Sultan Qureshi murders Sardar Khan by and 3 of his men. When Danish, Faizal, and Asghar go to retrieve his body, Danish instantly kills the lone captured killer and vows to kill the other 3. Danish and Asghar explain to Faizal that his friend Fazlu had doped Faizal with marijuana the night before Sardar's death and had informed Sultan that Sardar would be traveling without bodyguards. The next day, Faizal finds the whereabouts of Sajir, another of Sardar's killers from Fazlu. Danish and Asghar kill Sajir the next day. Afterwards, Danish surrenders himself to the police for stealing wood from trains and is released by paying a fine. Sultan and Fazlu gun him down at his court appearance. At Danish's funeral, Nagma doubts Faizal's ability to exact revenge. But Faizal promises her that he will. When Fazlu wins a local election, Faizal meets him on the pretext of congratulating him, but instead beheads him. By doing so, Faizal makes his mark and becomes so feared that illegal iron traders become his cronies. Faizal then makes a truce with Ramadhir Singh. According to their agreement, Ramadhir would provide political support to Faizal's business in Wasseypur on the condition that Faizal would not avenge his father, brother and grandfather. As Faizal's business grows, he marries his sweetheart Musina Hamid. Faizal's gang then determines the whereabouts of Sardar's third killer, Khalid. Through in aid, Faizal has Khalid's head shaved and then shoots him, enraging Sultan. In 2003, a small-time goon named Samshad Alam has his own transport business and then moves to trading iron. In doing so, making an alliance with Faizal, Samshad offers to increase Faizal's profits with his astute knowledge of the scrap iron business. However, Shamshad begins to keep increasingly significant portions of the profit for himself. When this is revealed to Faizal, Samshad goes to the police and provides phone calls as evidence of Faizal's involvement in the illegal iron trade. Meanwhile, local shopkeepers lose their patience with Perpendicular's antics and hire Sultan to kill him. Ramadhir is losing faith in his son J.P.'s ability to run his empire, and J.P. often finds himself in line of fire for his inability. This results in the waning of J.P.'s prominence and influence. In December 2003, Sultan's men chase Perpendicular and Tangent from a movie theater after they watch Munna Bhai M.B.'s. Tangent manages to get back to Faizal's house, but Sultan catches Perpendicular and kills him by some railway tracks. Faizal and his gang arrive at the scene, and as they are removing Perpendicular's body, the police turn up and arrest Faizal. With Faizal in jail, Definite decides to kill Samshad before Samshad tries to fill Faizal's vacant position. However, Definite's pistol jams in the middle of the assassination attempt, and he is forced to run. Definite eludes Samshad but jumps onto a train car full of army soldiers. He is arrested and jailed. There he meets Faizal. Ramadhir advises Shamshad to bail Definite out of the jail, and then instigate him against his own brother for his empire. Durga worked as a cook for Ramadhir after Sardar's death, and thus Ramadhir feels that he has the influence to put Definite up against Faizal. Faizal is aware of Samshad's plan and cautions Definite before he leaves the jail. Definite visits Samshad's office and throws in a grenade, causing Samshad to lose his leg. Sultan, who was outside Samshad's office, chases Definite and goes to Faizal's house looking for him. The Sultan doesn't find Definite but finds his sister Shama instead. Although Shama is happy to see him, Sultan, angry at her for marrying Danish, shoots her and leaves her for dead. She survives but falls into a coma. In January 2004, when Faizal is about to be released from jail, J.P. cautions Sultan and advises him to kill Faizal in a preemptive strike. Sultan launches a massive fire strike on Faizal's house, But Faizal and his entire family have a lucky escape. As Sultan's gang is leaving, they find a police checkpoint waiting for them and realize that they were double-crossed by J.P. Sultan escapes in the ensuing firefight. A few days later, Sultan's men kill Nagma and Asghar in a market in broad daylight. Definite and some other members of Faizal's gang track Sultan to Bhagalpur and kill him. Upon realizing that Definite has avenged Danish, Shama, Nagma and Asghar, Faizal tells him to surrender to cement his reputation. With Definite in jail, Ramadhir then aims to create a rift between Definite and Faizal. In 2005, Ikhlaq, an educated English speaker, enters Faizal's gang. Ikhlaq actually wants to exact revenge and is Ramadhir's mole. Ikhlaq is the son of Mohsin, who was on the receiving end of Sardar's justice. Faizal is initially impressed with Ikhlaq's skills and is later made aware of Ikhlaq's background, but decides to ignore it. Ikhlaq has an astute knowledge of business and bags scrap auctions by force. This brings in a lot of profit for Faizal without any risk, and causes him to neglect Definite. Ikhlaq advises Faizal to enter politics in order to provide political protection to all his activities. Faizal decides to contest from Ramadhir's constituency to exact his own revenge. Ramadhir, feeling threatened, has Definite released from jail and sends J.P. to negotiate a deal with him. J.P., however, is tired of his father's insults and wants to use Faizal to kill him. Ramadhir's plan is that Ikhlaq will kill Faizal on election day, and if he is unable, Definite will take the shot. Definite goes straight to Faizal and informs him of the plan. On election day, Definite's gang disrupts the elections by force in an effort to prevent Faizal from winning. Ikhlaq leads Faizal to an isolated place and tries to kill them. But Definite arrives, double-crosses Ikhlaq and kills him. Definite explains to Faizal that Ramadhir changed the plan. Faizal decides to attack Ramadhir. Mohsina tells him she's pregnant and begs him not to go, but he does not listen. Faizal, Definite and other gang members take an ambulance with a large cache of weapons and head towards the hospital where Ramadhir is meeting Shamshad. They enter the hospital, and Faizal kills Samshad, Ramadhir, and Ramadhir's men. In the ensuing firefight with the police, Faizal and Definite are the only survivors, and are arrested. En route to prison, the police halt at a roadside restaurant for refreshments, leaving Faizal alone in the police van. Faizal is then shot dead by Definite. Released by the police, it is revealed that J.P. was the architect of the massacre, and Definite is seen free, walking towards his mother. 4 years later, in 2009, Mohsina and Nasir have moved to Mumbai with Faizal's young son, Firoz. Definite now rules Wasseypur. Nasir describes that Wasseypur was not affected by Ramadhir's and Faizal's deaths and concludes that it is still a battlefield like before.